Like this is
No, no,
Ananya Pandey speaking like
No,
really.
please don't call me that.
Why?
No, I like hers is very.
What? Hers is
At
what?
least मेरे को हिंदी बोलना आती वी something no with भूमि पाटनेकर and वो.
पहले तो वो भूमि पेडनेकर है. सबसे पहले तो let me correct you there and there. Who are you talking about?
Of course, Ranbir Alu. Ranbir
अरे
Alu.
यार what?
I was going to say Alu Walia. Thank God I didn't say. Chill मार.
Chill.
So then एक बार क्या हुआ कि this guy said something about me. Just that, oh, this girl is like, she's my girlfriend and this and that.
अच्छा.
And I was a big tomboy. So I used to have like a big boy gang who used to hang out with him. I got really mad. I called him and I made all my like 20 friends, guy friends stand in a circle. I was like, हाँ मैं इसको मारूंगी यार.
Full gunda vibes you gave in college.
Yeah. My mom on the other hand feeds 500 humans every day.
So you don't feel for humans.
I don't feel. I honestly don't. I'm coming from a shadi ka ghar, so I'm like well fed.
I'm sure. I'm sorry to take you out from a wedding.
Fine,
and
don't worry
just
about it. I'm
talk
sorry
about...
coming this way. I like wanted to sort of change
No,
and all,
you're
but I
looking
had
very
no
nice.
time. Thank you.
Good proper haldi clothes.
Yes.
So yeah, whose wedding was it?
So it's one of my closest friends. He's my college friend. Actually, I went to college only for 3 months because I wanted to always do culinary, and my dad didn't want that. So
3 months?
Yeah, just for 3 months. And
which college was it?
St. Xavier's.
Yeah? You were doing what?
Mass communication. It's a joke, okay? Honestly, like I don't even know why I was doing it. But yeah.
Go on to the story.
Okay, so I wanted to...
एक बार आप फ्रेम देख लेना शांतनु दा सही है ना मैडम का सही है ठीक है हाँ जी carry on.
So I wanted to become a chef all my life, but my father was not like okay with it. So, you know, I wanted to, I mean, I applied to a lot of hotel management colleges and stuff, and dad was like, no, I want you to have an undergraduation degree, and he's a Xavier's boy, and he's like, you should go to St. Xavier's and this and that. And I was like, it's so tough to get it. So
which school did you go to?
I went to Birla High for some time. Then I was in Jain International, Bangalore.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to do boarding. And
okay.
yeah.
So this was how many years? Boarding in how many years?
I was there for only 4 years actually.
Okay.
I've changed a lot of schools and I've changed a lot of colleges also.
Wow. Please, this is a very interesting story.
Okay.
Calcutta girl changing a lot of schools and colleges. It's a very interesting story. Let's get into it.
I think I was like never a studious person and I just never wanted to study. So and my dad had already told me that you know कि chef तो नहीं बनना है और कुछ करो. So I was like a pretty good swimmer. So I used to swim like well only. I was pretty decent. So I was just like ठीक है तो swimming कर लेते हैं, like Olympics में कर लेंगे or something like that. So then I found out about schools because यहाँ पे what used to happen is that I used to train from 5 to 7 and then I had school and then after that I used to train again, but I felt like it wasn't enough. Like 4 hours of training wasn't enough to sort of get me to states and stuff like that.
Olympics for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It was for me like I had no knowledge like कितना training करना होता है and all at that time I must have been like around 12 years, 10 years old. And I was like, okay, yeah, now that dad's not going to allow me, I think I should enter like sports and stuff like that. So then I like did a lot of research and I was like, boarding school is the way to go because, you know, then you'll be able to sort of concentrate and things. So before that, I had a pit stop because I sort of convinced my parents that it's a Birla school. It's like difficult. Okay, the curriculum is tough. And I was like, okay, listen, a lot of my friends are leaving. They're going for like this IGCSE A levels, O level boards. So please just like take me out. I don't want to do this anymore. It's tough for me. I can't do it. So they took me out and that was during like school year. So usi time nikal ke, there was like this new school that had come up and they put me there. It was called Bridge International School. I was there for like 3 years.
Which class was this?
This was in class 6.
6 to 9.
6 to 9. And I got 1 year double promotion.
1 year double promotion. Okay.
This
really is funny. Interesting. Please carry on.
So I was like pretty good because when you shift from CBSE and go to like IGCSE, ICSE and go to IGCSE, it's like a
IGCSE क्या होता है?
It's international something board. I don't know.
International
It's like it's an international board. So IB hota hai and IGCSE hota hai.
IB I know.
Yeah, so nowadays schools have IB only. IGCSE was like a I think it was an American board or something that I'm not too
Okay.
sure. Honestly, I don't
ठीक है, कोई
even
नहीं.
know.
We'll do the fact check.
Yeah, please do. And let me know as well. So they have O levels and A levels. So O levels are like class 10 ka boards, which you can continue giving. So if you like fail some subjects, you can continue giving that till you're in 11th, 12th, whatever.
Oh,
हाँ, अब 12th के बाद भी अपना A levels complete कर सकते हो. That's your 12th boards.
ये
So-
normal school नहीं गए क्या?
नहीं, it
अबे
wasn't
ये
like-
1, 2,
it
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12
Exactly, it
खत्म.
wasn't like that. हाँ. So I was like, अच्छा ठीक है, ये थोड़ा easy होगा. But it was very easy for me.
अच्छा.
So I was like, oh, maybe I'm like really good in studies, you know.
The illusion.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. Then I got a double promotion in class like 8. I think I skipped class 8.
हाँ.
And then I was like in 10th. And then I was like, अब और नहीं पढ़ना, अब मेरे को swimming करना है.
फिर?
Then I went to the school, Jain International. So वहाँ पे they had like 2 wings. There was Jain International Residential School and one was Jain Academy for Sporting Excellence. I was like, yeah, that's the one I want to go for.
Huh.
So वहाँ पे like training was crazy. Then I
Okay.
mean 6 hours of training every single day. And our school sessions were not like the normal boarders का
Hmm.
जैसे था. Like it wasn't 8 hours of school. It was like 4 hours, then 2 घंटा extra. And that was also like chill, you
हाँ.
know? Because at that time, those boarders, even though we were a co-ed school, boarders को like थोड़ा
Borders बोलते हैं उसको.
हाँ, we
अच्छा.
were like हाँ उसको
ठीक है, very fancy.
So
Border. I'm not a border.
yeah, I mean I think that's what it's
Yeah,
called. मतलब
apparently.
we तो used to call it that only.
अच्छा.
So girls and boys को थोड़ा separate रखते थे. But in the sporting thing, it's like because you're always competing with the boys or you know like वो रहता है somewhere pushes you. I
हाँ
feel.
हाँ.
So we used to be like with the boys all the time. We were like having fun. लोग मस्ती करते थे and बस before our exams पढ़ वढ़ के अच्छे से teachers को अच्छे से मस्का वस्का लगा के please help कर दो and stuff. So we used to get a little you know थोड़ा सा हम लोग को छूट देते थे. So that was really good. So then I was there for a bit and I did try my best. But
हाँ.
Olympics हुआ नहीं.
Olympics हुआ नहीं.
नहीं, but then I did go for states. I did not win. I did not place at all.
Okay.
But it was a good experience for sure. That,
Nice.
Yeah. And बस उसके बाद तो same old. I came back. And now
हाँ.
coming back to the original
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
I came back to Calcutta and Dad was like,
You came back when? So you came
I
back
came
after
back
your 12th.
2010. Yeah, after my 12th.
Okay.
So then after that, he forced me to go to St. Xavier's. It was like 2 weeks of crying. I don't want to go. I
You
don't
were
want to
doing
do this.
mass comm. Okay.
So when someone says St. Xavier's, you're like, oh wow, she must be like really smart. And then
no,
you're like, mass
I'm
comm?
also from St. Xavier's,
Really?
Calcutta. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god, what did you do?
I was doing BCom honors.
Oh yeah, see? So you
Yeah.
must be really smart.
No, we'll see. I have very stupid questions for this podcast, but
Okay.
we'll see where this goes.
Hmm.
But interesting. So you did mass comm for like 3 months.
Just for 3
Rote
months.
rote.
Rote, literally. And then I was just like, उसकी भी like बहुत अच्छी stories. I have like really funny and stupid stories.
Please.
But-
Our podcast thrives on stupid stories
Oh
more than
god.
interesting stories. So please carry on.
So Xavier's where I understood that like you know it was really like tough. एक तो attendance is a big thing, right? Like
75%,
yeah, exactly.
75%.
That's insane. All right.
Mhm.
I used to always be backgate में. I used to chill with my friends, cafe coffee day में जाके just coffee
Backgate
tea
में
और
कहाँ
stuff.
CCD है?
हाँ था
Backgate में CCD है?
था
CCD
अब नहीं
अच्छा
अब
अब
कड़ी
नहीं है
पत्ता
शायद.
है
करी पत्ता हाँ
हाँ
correct,
but पहले
correct.
उससे पहले there was CCD.
Okay.
Which year did you go in?
14 to 17.
हाँ, so I went before you.
Hmm.
Yeah, तो उस time CCD था and then we just used to chill there पूरा time where like my friends used to like smoke and this and that. I used to sit there and have coffee. I was like, oh shit, class नहीं जाना. And then I used to make sure everyone else also bunks with me. I don't want to be the only
Very
one
nice.
bunking.
Very nice. अगर
Yeah.
पकड़े जाएंगे तो सब पकड़े जाएंगे.
Exactly. So then एक बार क्या हुआ कि this guy said something about me. Like, you know,
What?
just that, oh, this girl is like, she's my girlfriend and this and that.
अच्छा.
And I was a big tomboy. So I used to have like a big boy gang who I used to
Oh.
hang out with and stuff. I got really mad. I called him and I made all my like 20 friends, guy friends, stand in a circle. I was like, हाँ मैं इसको मारूंगी आज.
Full gunda vibes you gave in college.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually like that. I used to wear like 2-3 rings and I like properly
Nobody can
turned them
tell
like that. I know.
this such a suave girl, such a suave chef
Listen, I've
is
changed
now
so much.
was once a tomboy gunda from
Can you
college.
imagine? Bichara, I feel bad for him. Yeah, I beat him
I
up a
wanna-
lot.
I want to send this clip to father.
Please don't. Oh, but you have to listen to the entire my story. So
Oh yeah, sorry, carry
I
on.
did beat him up, okay,
Ah.
and I feel a little bad for him. But then he said this about a lot of girls. So I called those girls also. I was like, he said this about you, blah blah. So all three of us
Were you
beat him
filling in
up.
ears or was
No,
this
it was
actually?
actually true. It was
Okay.
actually true. He was at that time, like, now he must have changed. He's become like a good guy and stuff. I
You
don't
know this guy?
I don't know him that
I'm
well.
sure you know. He's an acquaintance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't talk to him. I've never spoken to him. Like, I just saw him, like, I think a month ago in some restaurant. I quickly turned my face around and
Did he
walked in.
recognize you?
I'm sure he did, and
Yeah?
I recognized him too.
Because
but
you're famous.
not because of that, because he must be remembering me. मार खाया यार लड़की से उसने.
पीटा था किसी ने मेरे को कॉलेज में. किसने? एक टॉम बॉय की गैंग थी जिसने मेरे को पीटा था. Anyway, yeah. फिर उसके बाद so you bumped into him like at a
I
restaurant.
didn't
and-
bump into him. I just saw him. I
Saw
turned my
him.
face around. I was like, okay, bus. But anyway, so I
Yeah.
beat him up, and it was a big full scene. Everyone was talking about it. People made videos. This time the YouTube was okayish. Like no one was watching it itna. And someone put like a background music to it. Gabbar
Somebody
ye
made a
haath.
video out of it.
Yeah, a proper video. And they put like a background music saying Gabbar ye haath mujhe de de and stuff. And my
Oh.
it's hilarious.
Can we see the video?
I
Like,
honestly
can you
don't have
share
it.
it?
So what happened was that this person, like whoever had taken the video, she must have like sent it to her friends. And my mom at that time was a fashion designer. So someone came to order for clothes. And she's like, I know your daughter because she beat up this guy. My mom's like, no, she doesn't do all that. What do you
She
mean?
doesn't do that. Little did she know.
Yeah, exactly. And then she showed her that video, and my mom got furious. She's like, "उस लड़की को बोलोगे हटाएगी. This is not okay. Ask her." So I
This is
called
not
her
my
up.
daughter.
Yeah.
This is some other
Literally.
her tomboy gang influencing her to beat the shit out
Exactly.
of this.
I didn't beat the shit. I mean, that time must have been like
You beat him or the gang beat him up?
I beat him up.
You
I just,
beat him?
Yeah. Because I said that's not fair. Like these guys shouldn't beat him up. I should beat him up. And they can be there if he tries to hit me, then फिर इन लोग आएंगे. But he knew he made a
क्या
mistake.
करेगा बेचारा वो? You try and gather like 20 guys around you. You
Exactly.
go
That's the
at
whole
him
point.
and beat him up.
I know. That was
बेचारा, I
sad.
feel for him.
Ab like I feel like so lucky that I did all this like 10 years ago. Abhi to people would not forgive me for sure.
Have you
The
done
world
this
has
like
changed.
off late?
No, I stopped.
Do you remember?
No.
I
But I stopped doing it.
How often have you done
Listen, I
this?
beat up my friends a lot. Like I
Yeah?
said, I'm a proper.
Like proper muक्काबाजी.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
पूरा-
I used to. अब बहुत कम हो गया because my husband's like very against हाथ का मजाक. He says हाथ का मजाक मत किया
So you
करो
beat
and
him
stuff.
now.
I barely do. I'm
You
not.
you don't hit him?
No, imagine.
Really?
Yeah, I've changed so much.
Hmm.
God. Yeah, but then after I beat that guy up and stuff, so the father found out and he called me and like
Father
Xavier's.
as in his father or
No, father. as in,
college
like,
father.
College father.
Acha, okay.
Dean. He found out. They called me and
Uh-huh.
they suspended me instead of suspending him, even though he said
I'm
so
sure.
many things.
I'm sure because they have proof of what you've done.
Oh God, yeah. And then I understood. I was like, "Acha, so 3 suspensions." Then he told me like, "This is the first time. That's all right, but 2 more suspensions and you're out." I was like, "Okay, so 3 suspensions
Fair.
means
So 2 more.
expulsion."
So I need
Yeah,
2
so
more.
just 2 more.
Yeah.
So once I got caught cheating in an exam with the phone, and I did it very openly. I took my phone out and I was like, I kept it in front and I was just
You
like,
kept it on the desk.
Yeah. That time, wo BBM and all, that was
Is
really
this
new.
Sneha Singhi?
Can you
Is
imagine?
this the chef Sneha
Can
Singhi
you
you're talking
imagine?
about?
The
Wow.
things I've done. It's sad. It's
It's
really
not it's baller stuff, dude. I don't do this. I've not done this. I don't have
really-
stories to share.
I really wanted to get out, and this was my only way because I did not want to study. I can't even imagine myself doing
अरे
sociology and
फीस मत
political
भरो वो
science.
अपने आप घुसने नहीं देंगे
वो
बात
तो
खत्म
पापा खुद भरते थे ना
हाँ,
वो खुद
अच्छा।
लाइन में खड़े होके नहीं make sure that she comes ये वो. He used to so after my second suspension he used to come and check on me, like he used to come to back gate and check if I'm like just sitting there chilling and not
फूक तो नहीं रही है ये लड़की
वो तो मैं कभी नहीं करती थी but not because of that he was very confident about. He was just like वो कहीं miss तो नहीं कर रही है वापस suspend
अच्छा।
होने के लिए.
and then second suspension was because
was
of the
the cheating. Yeah.
हाँ.
Then the third one, what happened was that the teacher forgave me. I was talking in class and she forgave me.
You're talking in class
Yeah, and she got really angry. So you know how Xavier's ke classes are like so big. There are 100 students in one class, in sociology class. And she just said, if this girl is in the class, then I'm not going to teach. And she stood up and she started walking. So all the other students were like, Sneha, what is this? And I was, honestly, that day I was not talking because I was not in the mood to get caught. It was very close to that last wala thing.
there's no plan
Yeah, there wasn't any plan. So then I was like, Acha, if I sit here, then maybe she'll just suspend me again. But then that didn't happen. Everyone was like, Sneha, please leave, please leave. So I left and she forgave me.
But
was
then you
sad.
weren't suspended.
I
So it
wasn't.
was
So then
so
what?
sad
Then I came up with
that
another
you were
plan.
not
Yeah,
suspended. Shit, Sneha.
imagine. But
Third
then
plan fail.
but then I used my
Of
mind to come
course.
up with something else.
फिर क्या हुआ?
So I went to my dad and I told him, I was like, Papa, dekho, if I get suspended third time, you are in the alumni and stuff, and बहुत बेइज्जती
Oh, he was in
होगी.
the.
बहुत बेइज्जती होगी कि
You
baby
have
Singhi's
some
daughter
guts.
has been.
You have some guts to pull such things off in
Imagine.
college when you know that Father Saab is
Yeah,
is in the alum.
exactly. So then then he was sweet about it. He understood that okay, she's tried everything to come
Then
out
he
of
was
it.
sweet.
Yeah, then
He
he
had
had
to
to
be.
be.
I'm sure.
Aren't I smart?
Oh, I gotta give it to
The
you.
other thing I used to do was I used to cook for him every night. I used to make dinner every single night. I was like, Mama, don't make anything. Because my mom was always in my team. She wanted me to become a
I'm
chef.
sure. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That way.
Yeah. So she was like, she used to kind of tell him and, but because she was also not sure if this is something that I really wanted to do.
Of course.
So because I used to change schools and this and that so much, it was like, oh, she's gotten used to it. She just doesn't want to study. She wants to do this. So then finally, Ja Simran Ja moment, and he was like, I made biryani for
Jo
him,
karna kar.
veg biryani, and he was like, Acha,
That's
bahut
it?
acha bani. Yeah,
That's
That's
it?
it.
All it took was one biryani?
Imagine. No, and also 2 suspensions.
But I'm sure he would have let that pass if
Yeah,
he
did.
had the biryani earlier.
Yeah, maybe. Let's just
Couple
say
more
that.
dishes
Possibly.
and then 2 suspensions
Possibly.
bach jata,
And
fees
2
bach
hafta
jata.
or crying and ye wo.
What have you done any differently in terms of say matlab what is your desi yet posh side?
My desi yet posh side.
I've never asked this question to anybody. It just came to my mind.
Like,
I
what
think
is-
you're very posh, but I think you're very desi also.
I'm a very desi person.
But I think you're also very posh. Like your entire appearance, the way you talk, the way you...
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I think you have a very Sobo accent also.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
No.
really? Like, you don't say this. People say really.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. But I went to an international school now, so it changes stuff.
Oh, IG what?
IGCSE.
IGCSE. Yeah, sure.
That changes stuff. I was with
With
foreigner
what?
students.
Really?
With that. Yeah, a lot of them. So it changes thoda sa na. Like accent will change.
Yeah.
I have used this as an
like,
excuse all my
really?
life.
Like, really? Like, this is
No.
Ananya Pandey speaking like
No,
really?
please don't call me that.
Why?
No, I like hers is very.
What? Hers is
At
what?
least मेरे को हिंदी बोलना आता है.
You don't
right?
like Ananya?
I like her.
The editor साहब थोड़ा सा zoom किया जाए इधर.
I think now that she's done another new movie ना, like वो अच्छा था I think. But मैंने नहीं.
अच्छा था. How do you know?
Some people
Did you
told me
see
that my mom told me that
You like her?
she's not bad. I don't
She's
know.
not bad.
I think I've only seen एक movie उसका, Student of the Year.
Student of the year में कहाँ थी
तारा
वो?
सुतरियान.
Student of the year में थी?
I
Student
don't.
of the year में थी शायद. Student of the year 2 में थी हाँ. शायद.
हाँ तो मतलब वो I didn't.
हाँ थी Tiger Shroff.
And one more I saw with Kartik Aaryan वो BV something no with Bhumi Padnekar and वो.
पहले तो वो भूमि पेडनेकर है.
पेट
सबसे पहले तो let me correct you there and there.
sorry पेडनेकर था Padnekar. My bad.
You can stop me whenever you want. This is actually the format of the show.
It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Perfect. Why did you say yes to the podcast?
I just thought it'd be fun to do this. I've never
Are
done
you
it. It's
enjoying
like
it?
absolutely loving it.
Because this is not how the other podcasts are. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Like,
No,
it's
I've
a
seen
little
some
more
like
serious.
Yeah, yeah, because thank God you're not asking me how I feel about death and
Oh,
afterlife
what are
and
you
all
talking
that
about?
jazz.
What are you talking about?
Of course, Ranbir
Yaar, what is with you and bad
I'm so
names?
sorry.
What is wrong
I'm
with
so
you?
sorry.
Sneha, ये
I was
नहीं
going to say
चलेगा
Alu
यार.
Alia. Thank God I didn't say
पहले
that.
तो वो रणवीर नहीं है, वो रणवीर है.
Ranbir Alabadia.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Beer biceps. See, I remember them by their page name.
हाँ. What is my page name?
I just know it. Shit! But see, I know your name, so either or it works.
Hook में चलेगा ये. Sneha doesn't know the host's name.
No, I know your name.
क्या
No, the
नाम?
Chilmar.
Chill.
Chilmar.
बहुत ही क्रेजी हुक बनेगा इसका. बहुत ही क्रेजी
Oh shit!
ट्रेलर बनने वाला है.
Should
I will
I'm so
portray
sorry.
it,
I'm so sorry.
Funniest podcast with Bulakkad Sneha Singhi. Sneha
God.
Singhi is not a chef
This is
anymore.
so embarrassing. I'm so sorry. But I know your name. That counts or something.
Okay, that counts for nothing.
It does,
That is
of
the bare
course,
minimum. Interesting. हाँ तो where were we talking about? Like desi yet posh. So
Yeah.
yeah. What's your like
I
most desi behavior, and it's still a little posh?
I think I save everything. मतलब I'm that
हाँ.
like I'm like my father in a lot of things कि अगर room से निकल रहे हो तो light बंद करो, electricity बचाओ. Like I'll yell at everyone कि electricity बचाओ. सब like पूरे time I'm yelling at the house and bill देख के even though it's अच्छा like good bill. I'm not complaining, but I'll say अगर suppose 10,000 का बिल है, I'll say 50,000 का बिल आ रहा है, तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो? Lights बंद करो ये. I'm very like that. But
हाँ.
that's also because I want to help the earth, planet Earth.
अच्छा.
Yeah,
Okay.
conserve,
हाँ हाँ.
that's why also. But यही नहीं है मतलब हर एक चीज I save. I like to save things. I mean I
Okay.
don't know how to explain to you that.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
ठीक है? उसमें you feel free to answer it in any way
Sure, done.
you want. ठीक है?
Yeah.
Are you chindi?
No. Chindi तो I'm not.
Are you sure?
100%. I'm actually like very giving.
Where do you? What do I have?
I
What have you gotten?
See, I came
Where
from
is
a
a
wedding.
dish?
I came from
Where
a
is a
wedding.
dish?
आज नहीं हो पाया, but I
Where
came
is a
from a
dish?
wedding. I'm very
Where is my dish? Where is my chocolate eggless chocolate cake?
Okay, I'll send it to you. Oh, whenever I come to Bombay next, 100%. Chindi though I'm like ekdam not. This though I know.
How giving are you?
Very giving. I'm a
What is-
very So I'll tell you what, okay. I feel more for animals. Okay. So I feed 150 stray dogs every single day.
Every day.
Every single day. Every day. So I sort of came up with a system where I've hired 2 people. And also, these beggars and all, like in my area, उनको मैं रुपया देती हूँ ताकि
Let me
we
guess
can-
आप कौन से एरिया से ले एक सेकंड.
नहीं.
Why नहीं? अरे ये तो um, I'll give you 3 options and tell
No,
me which
why?
one
No,
is.
you have to guess one, na. How can you give 3 options?
No, I can't give one
Yeah,
directly.
yeah, you have to say
You're
directly.
from Aleppo.
No.
You're not from Aleppo.
No, I'm not from
Yeah,
Aleppo.
You're from Baliganj.
Yeah.
See.
No, but you didn't get the
Second
first
option
time.
तो
But you didn't
Baliganj.
get the first time.
चलो ठीक है.
हाँ.
Sorry, carry on. What were you saying? You
So
feel.
in my area, like I give them some money to sort of locate any dog that is in distress or whatever. We'll help them. So I work with a foundation called Ashari. I'm a trustee there where we sort of save 500 dogs. We have 200 cows. We have kites, eagles, horses, ये वो.
Oh, very
So
nice.
I'm a very giving person in like when it comes to animals, especially because I feel for them. My mom, on the other hand, feeds 500 humans every day.
So you don't feel for humans.
I don't feel. I honestly don't. Like
You don't feel for humans?
feel matlab what? Like I'd
How
rather.
do you not feel? Huh?
I'd rather. So I feel like if a person is begging, okay, they're doing it out of their own will in some way because they can get a job, like they can do some labor work and stuff. I'm just comparing it to animals. Okay, today, if you're feeding an animal, you're doing it because you know that he can't get food from anywhere else. Humans will feed bad for humans now. Like not all humans.
No,
feed
makes
bad
sense.
for
This makes sense.
animals. That's the only like.
This makes sense.
I would rather help an animal than help a human who can actually voice out what they need. Animals can't voice it out. That's my only thing.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
This makes complete sense. I have no jokes here. This
Yeah.
makes complete sense.
That's my only thing. Like I love humans. I'll do a lot
Huh.
for them as well. But I'd rather I'd choose animals over humans. I think.
How was your restaurant experience, your cafe experience when you opened a restaurant? Is it so you started creating content
Yeah.
like which year?
COVID time.
It's around
First
2020-ish.
Yeah.
2020 beginning.
Yeah.
It's been 3 good years, almost
Yeah,
4 years.
3 years. Huh.
Right. Page has grown quite a bit.
Yes.
Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
You have a very aesthetic page.
Thank you so much.
I've seen that and I've tried to emulate what you've said. It just ends up becoming a whole mess and a lot of chop in the kitchen, which I don't want to describe. But how or when did you and you were doing your restaurant business before content?
Yeah.
So when was that idea sowed in your head? Ki nahi, let's start a restaurant business, or how profitable was it or whatever?
Right. So I think I studied in Paris at Cordon Bleu. Then I went on to working in Paris. Then I worked in London for a bit. I came back and I worked here at Hyatt.
Hyatt Calcutta.
Calcutta. Hyatt Regency.
एक तो लोग हयात बोलते हैं.
हाँ, it's not Hyatt. It's Hyatt.
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 Hyatt or
Hyatt.
Hyatt?
Hyatt.
Hyatt.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was something we were taught in orientation. Like when you join a hotel,
Oh, really?
they
So
teach you
is
how to
it-
pronounce it because they want you to sort of pronounce it well when you talk to guests about it.
So it's Hyatt.
Hyatt. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I joined Hyatt, I understood that this can't be my entire future because I honestly did not want to work for people for a very long time, I definitely wanted to work. And I suggest everyone to work for someone before you start doing something for yourself.
Hmm.
I think I worked for Hyatt for around 6 months or so. उससे पहले I'd worked quite a bit. तो and then my dad was like late night shifts and all बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं. It's not okay because my working hours were around 18 to 20 hours a day.
Hmm.
So I used to come back home, sleep for 4 hours, get up and leave again.
Oh damn.
So that was just getting a lot coming from Madu family again. Like the time sort of was a little off.
Right.
So then I was just like, this is not working out. I was also falling sick a lot, because I was a teenager. I was like 18 and a half or something when I started doing all this. So then my dad was just like, why don't you start selling cakes from home? Like my parents, both of them were like, yahan pe hi karo ek baar and see how it goes. And that time, these home bakeries and stuff was not a thing. I had never heard of it, at least.
Even
here in
Instagram wasn't that big a
Instagram
thing.
wasn't a big-
मतलब
it
इतना
wasn't
भी
big.
बड़ा नहीं था that
नहीं,
it is
वो
right
तो
now.
I think COVID के बाद हुआ.
Yeah.
तो उस टाइम तो मतलब there was no scene and I used to feel like अगर अभी कोरोना से I am तो
I am. Yes, I am.
एंड वहां पे इतना रुपया दिया है ये सब रेसिपीज और के लिए यहाँ पे आके फिर इंस्टाग्राम पे डालना लाइक दैट्स नॉट फेयर.
हाँ.
आई वांट टू गिव इट अ फेयर शॉट मोर देन एनीथिंग एल्स एंड आई डिडंट नो कि मोनेटाइज हो सकता है एंड ये हो सकता है. और वो सब आई डोंट थिंक कि उतना था बैक देन
नहीं कोई बात ही नहीं था.
Exactly.
बेक कौन कर रहा है घर पे करो ठीक है. रिकॉर्ड क्यों करना है.
हाँ
ये सब था.
रुपया कहाँ से आएगा. दैट्स द मेन थिंग राइट.
Correct.
That's what you think about at the end of the day. So I started selling cakes from home and just happened like everything worked really well in my favor. I'm so grateful to the universe honestly कि जहाँ पे हम लोग रहते हैं वहाँ मॉडर्न हाई स्कूल हाँ exactly right.
मतलब है 25 साल यहाँ रहा हूँ भाई जीवन का.
हाँ तो मॉडर्न हाई स्कूल के एकदम सामने एक छोटा लाइक गैरेज स्पेस वो एम्प्टी हो गया वेकेंट हो गया था. किसी ने आके लाइक मेरे पापा को बोला नहीं सर अगर देखना तो देख लो बट बहुत छोटा है 200 square feet or something like that. I was like just ले लो please ले लो. And he was also like कि अगर एक बेटा होता तो उसके लिए तो बिजनेस करते ही ना. मतलब अगर उसको कुछ करना होता तो करते. तो एंड एट दैट टाइम इट वाज अ बिग थिंग. अब नहीं है कि इट्स ओके लाइक व्हेन यू आर स्टार्टिंग समथिंग फॉर योर गर्ल एंड ऑल. I'm talking like 13 years ago, 13 years ago.
Of course.
So this time I was like, and especially for someone who wants to be a chef. And I'm not saying this because like a feminism angle or anything, but उस time ना women kitchen में बहुत कम होते थे. At least in this city. Okay, so it was like a big step for him to take. So he anyway took the place and then I started Paris Café from that small space and it became a really big thing.
So this is opposite
Modern High School.
Modern High, right?
Yeah.
This is a very small shop on the left. Just signal cross करते ही left पे जो था.
Yeah.
हाँ.
So Paris Café that was. हाँ तो उसके बाद like I opened one cafe every year. And what happened was that by the time I met my boyfriend then husband now and he was like he loved the cafe and maybe loved me more and he wanted to invest in it. And we opened one cafe every year. So by the time I shut Paris Cafe, I had 7 outlets and one studio where I used to teach people. So
But you had to shut because of COVID?
Not only because of that, I somewhere lost the passion. I felt like I was left doing...
Passion for bakery?
No,
bakery.
For running a place.
For running an outlet,
yeah.
Okay.
You really need another level of commitment for that. I'll tell you why. Because especially when you're a chef, you want to be in the kitchen. You don't want to be seeing accounts pura din. And that's
but do you have to be at all the outlets because of that?
No. I feel like if you have like a really good team, back-end team, you don't need to do any of that, which I didn't have. Because please understand, I started when I was 18.
I'm sure.
18 and a half or something like that. And I was like, बस ऐसे कर लेंगे. आप मेरे पे छोड़ दो पापा, हम लोग कर लेगा ये सब, ठीक है? And just accounts part पापा देखते थे. And I used to see everything else, HR and formalities, policies, ये वो everything. I thought कि अभी छोटा करे क्या होगा? And my dad is also not from this line. Nah, he has his own business. तो उनको भी इतना idea नहीं था. And my mom was a fashion designer. So I was like, so it just hodgepodge हो गया. Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to become bigger and bigger because it was doing well. So all the profits I was making, I was investing in another outlet. And it didn't occur to me that I need to make my team stronger. I need to have a back-end team to do this. Because I felt like मेरे को सब कुछ खुद करना है. I want to prove a point that, I've done everything by myself. And वो करते which I did prove, but वो करते I lost the passion. I was like, ये नहीं करना और यार बहुत ज़्यादा stress है. So suppose you want to order a cake, you're not calling the cafe, calling me to order. So I'm taking her cafe ka orders. I'm taking
Oh, so there was
yeah,
like system missing.
very very main
Chaos.
thing, yeah, which is the system that was
Hmm.
not there with me.
Hmm.
And then when I started developing it, tab tak I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this only anymore, you know. So yeah, I mean, like tab fir at
But
the
then
right time I
उसके
felt like
बाद
COVID
फिर
आया.
फिर content began
Yeah,
and
so nahi, COVID came at the right time. I was already losing my passion somewhere, so and I was getting married and stuff, तो बहुत कुछ हो रहा था life में, and I was just like, ठीक है, इसको एक बार pause करते हैं. तो COVID में वैसे भी एक साल almost अच्छा नहीं गया business, of course, because of all of this, and
right.
no one was coming in, and that's where I made the most money. In like when people were dining in more than dining out, because all my cafes I made into restaurants after some time.
Got it.
So then I was just like, you know, it's not working out for me at all. And maybe just, you know, close it when it's the right time instead of letting it deplete and then taking a call when it's not doing well. So it's just like a business strategic call more than anything else. And I always knew I'll do something else for my life.
So you then started with content later on.
Content had already started by then. I think
2020 you said.
Yeah.
So
So
19ish
I
was
closed Paris Cafe in 2021.
okay.
So that was already
Content.
going on. Yeah.
Got it.
It became huge later, but I think it was already in the pipeline.
So did you find it difficult to film food videos initially?
Yeah, very.
अभी कैसे होता है? अभी बहुत easy है.
अब तो
अभी
एक
बहुत
like system हो गया है.
system हो
And
गया.
now I'm doing it very smartly also. Like I know how to do things.
So
I'm
do you
like,
shoot yourself?
I shoot myself. I edit myself. I do
Really?
myself. Yeah, except when it's like branded content, then I have like someone else doing it. Yeah, but I know instead of handling those 100 people that I used to, now I have to handle only 2, which makes me feel much better.
Which is great.
Yeah,
Which is great.
makes
Yeah.
me feel lighter, you know, because HR is not something I can do for sure.
Interesting. Do you drive?
Yeah, I love driving. I actually went viral for driving my husband back from our wedding.
Really?
Yeah, dude, like really viral.
That is pretty cool. How did that happen? बताओ यार थोड़ा सा कुछ.
So on our first date.
थोड़ा एक बार AC चला देंगे 5 मिनट के लिए. नहीं चलने दीजिए. नहीं आएगा साउंड में प्रॉब्लम. नहीं 5 मिनट के लिए फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, चला दो. 5 मिनट के लिए चलने दो. हाँ. So you went viral
for driving my husband back from our shadi home, which is not something that we planned to do and this and that. It was just that on our first date, my husband does not drive
at all.
No, he feels like just काम के लिए एक person को hire
अरे
किया जा
यार
सकता है.
ये आदमी के thoughts.
Yeah, he actually, because I'll tell you why. Okay, एक तो he has that, you know, those people who have like a really fast mind.
हाँ.
So if he's even typing, he's talking and he's thinking about something else all the time.
So you're saying he is a multitasker.
He's a complete multitasker.
So he's
and
not
it's
like
scary.
most men.
No. No. Most men are multitaskers, I know.
What are you saying? No.
I think they are, no?
No.
Okay, no. So my husband's a proper multitasker.
Men can't multitask.
Really?
हाँ,
okay.
आप
No,
मेरे को बोलो अभी फोन चलाओ, साथ में शांतनु से बात करो, कैमरा देखो, लाइट देखो. मैं बोलो अरे यार एक काम दो यार.
No, he does all of that. Like he's a multitasker only when उसके काम के लिए कुछ करना. मेरे लिए he's not.
अच्छा.
मतलब मैं अगर कुछ बोल दूँ तो he'll be like but he remembers everything.
Why have you come to मैं again? हम पे आओ.
हाँ, sorry.
हाँ.
I don't know. I think it's become a thing, you know, talking to Bombay people.
होता है बहुत.
हाँ, बहुत
ठीक है.
ज़्यादा.
हाँ फिर वो नहीं करेगा फिर.
तो वो नहीं करता. But हाँ, तो इसीलिए हम लोग की like पूरे फैमिली को लगता है कि वो अच्छा ही है कि वो नई गाड़ी चलाए, नहीं तो वो कभी कुछ और कर रहा होगा, और ऊपर देखेगा तब तक उसका खत्म.
अरे यार.
मतलब गाड़ी खत्म हो रही.
Got it.
Yeah.
Very
so
clear.
yeah, so मतलब on our first date हम लोग कहीं बाहर गए थे for dinner and everything, and then when I asked him, I was like, तो घर चलते. तो उसने मैं casually, हाँ मेरे को ड्रॉप कर दो, तुम घर चली जाना. I was like, what the hell, who does that? And then I was like, नहीं, but you have a car. He's like, अच्छा वो हम लोग के पीछे आएगा, तुम घर चली जाओ पहले, फिर हम अपने गाड़ी में बैठ के चले जाएंगे.
अच्छा.
So my husband is a Delhi boy. ठीक है, so उसके लिए भी मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत मैं करके बात करना पड़ता है, because he hates the way I talk in Hindi. He actually coaches me.
Really?
Yeah, it's sad. कि जब मैं
I also have someone in life
yeah?
from Delhi and
oh wow, what a coincidence. Oh my god.
She coaches me Hindi.
How bad does she like hate your Hindi?
She's like तुमको बात करना ही नहीं आता है.
Exactly.
तुम क्या बात कर रहे हो? ये क्या language ये मैं हम क्या होता है? But I've taught her Hindi now. My Hindi.
Yeah?
Like our Hindi.
हाँ.
कि तुम भी हम करके बात करो.
Uncomfortable talk.
नहीं वो तो बहुत चिल है भाई, वो तो कर लेती है.
हाँ.
हम करके बात कर लेती है.
That's nice.
But I only talk to her in Meh because I know that's right Hindi.
Yeah, I know,
Even
exactly.
though it's hum very culturally built in Calcutta, I
Yeah.
think the
No,
right
it
way to
is
speak about it is Meh.
absolutely. And you should sort of
हाँ
learn it. I don't know हम लोग क्यों नहीं कभी सीखे.
हमको तो बहुत मजा
I
आता है
know,
ऐसे
मेरे को
बात
भी.
करने
Same here.
But yeah, so you drove.
Him, like after our wedding, I drove us back to our new home.
So एक second, okay. So विदाई हो गया है.
हाँ, विदाई के टाइम ही like उसके बाद.
So wasn't there a driver?
नहीं, तो usually driver ही करता है. It's not like the husband does it, but people were like, made a really big deal about it.
So
Give
you actually
women
drove.
empowerment.
You're like नहीं मैं चलाऊंगी.
नहीं, I didn't even say that because the lehenga was huge. Yeah, my husband was like, चलो गाड़ी में बैठो, चलो चलो. I was like, what the hell? Like, नहीं चलाना. He's like, नहीं तो manage कर लोगी, चलाओ ना.
He told you to drive.
Yeah, he was like, नहीं drive. I was like, shit. And you know the truth about this? Now I'll tell you all, like everyone's listening to it. So सच में सबको लगा कि like so basically ताज से वापस बालीगंज जाना is 10-12 minute का रास्ता.
हाँ.
But in that huge lehenga,
लहंगा.
plus हम लोग की गाड़ी पे like एक बहुत बड़ा बुके वो जो फ्लावर का
हाँ,
arrangement
हाँ.
होता है वो भी था. तो I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
So I went थोड़ा सा आगे होटल से निकले like 1-2 किलोमीटर और आगे गए. I was like हमसे नहीं होगा please. Luckily my brother-in-law was sitting पीछे.
हाँ.
So he's like अच्छा ठीक है तुम बाहर आओ
मेरे
हम
को चलाने
चलाते
दो.
हैं.
तो फिर he drove then.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it यार. मेरे को कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा था.
Do you have a video of this?
Yeah. Not of him getting off, but I have a video of me.
You driving.
Yeah.
In your lehenga.
But it went really viral. Like it was on Republic TV,
Really?
TV. Yeah. I was doing interviews left, right, center, Brute India, and I don't know, a lot of other places. Yeah.
Because you drove after
Yeah.
your wedding.
Yeah. And then obviously
Wow.
there was a lot of trolling. I was on meme pages and
Really?
stuff like that.
What were
No,
the
the meme pages were
telling
like,
you?
they were really good. Like, they sometimes post like good stuff, but then I read the comments where they were like, ये कौन सी बड़ी बात है ये वो blah blah. And then like a lot of people started doing it. So this woman like took her husband in a bike.
हाँ.
Someone took her husband in a tractor in Haryana and stuff. But I wasn't doing it for that. I was doing it because we did this on our
Talk
first
about
date.
trend setting.
Yeah.
Sneha.
Imagine. No, but I
See?
got a lot of other messages where, people from
How
like,
cool is that?
yeah, no, and like different villages and stuff. They're like, पापा हमें तो गाड़ी चलाने ही नहीं देते क्योंकि भैया को ही allowed है and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh,
तो ये बहुत अच्छा
so
लगा
very
देख के. So that was
heartwarming.
really sweet.
messages.
Yeah. And then someone asked me in Calcutta only कि PR कंपनी को कितना रुपया दिया ये उन लोग ने
अरे
कैसे सोचा. I
भगवान.
was like, you're joking, right? Like नहीं हम लोग रुपया देके करवा. अरे मेरे को रुपया दो. अभी तो you want for you. Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of shows do you like watching?
Anything funny, comedy, like happy. So I like Modern Family, Schitt's Creek.
You like The Office?
Office I love. Love.
Yeah, so the thing with, okay, I'll tell you my thing with The Office, where I know we're digressing a little, but मेरे को ना बड़ा वो है, मेरे ना बहुत दोस्तों ने मेरे को बोला कि तुम Office देखो, and I'm okay, I have this innate belief that I'm very funny. ठीक है?
Yeah.
I have this innate belief और मेरे को वो stand-up comedy try भी करना है.
हाँ.
I've not tried,
You
but
should,
yeah,
yeah.
I want to like the next month I'm going to try for sure.
And Bombay has a great market.
Bombay has a great market, Delhi has a great market, so
Yeah.
I want to try. तो तो मैं बोला कि नहीं मेरे को तो करना है stand up comedy and so this friend of mine tells me कि नहीं you should watch The Office, you should totally watch The Office,
Yeah.
it's the greatest show on planet.
Yeah.
So I turned on the first season, first episode, second episode, third episode, fourth episode, fifth episode. I'm like, how is a funny show not funny?
You didn't find it funny?
First season isn't funny at all.
Okay.
It
and the second
absolutely
one,
makes
did you
no
go-
sense to me.
And
then she tells me कि नहीं, you should completely skip the first season if you want.
okay.
I'm like, okay, so we have to start from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Do I not miss the context if I miss the first season?
No, you don't.
She's like, you
really.
won't.
Yeah, you don't really.
And I was like, how
Because
is
you're not
that?
like,
What is that
मतलब
supposed to
ये
mean?
एक line में नहीं है. It's not like I don't know.
And I couldn't sit through the first season only.
But do you like Friends?
Oh, I love Friends.
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
Friends.
But Office is funny, yeah.
I know it's funny. I know my sister watches it all
Hmm.
day. My very close friend watches it all day.
Yeah.
She's like, you have to watch The Office. What are you doing? And I'm like, I couldn't sit through the first season.
That's good.
Yeah, because it's not funny.
It is funny.
The first season is not funny.
It's very funny.
It's not.
Steve Carell
Yours-
is funny. See, I remember his name. I kept on thinking about it. I was like, shit,
I'm sure. क्या भी सोच रही थी कि यार shit इसका तो नहीं बोलना चाहिए. Michael Scott is funny, but I don't know. I couldn't sit through the entire first season, so maybe, which is why I'm saying it, I might get a lot of hate for this.
No, you won't
But
get hate because I think a lot of people don't like it either. Because I know of a lot of people, like my friends, they don't understand कि funny क्या है. But I like it a lot. I think it's funny.
Okay, let me take a very different segue very quickly. Restaurants में ये जो सिंपल दाल चावल होता है वो 500 रुपये क्यों मिलता है? मेरे को प्लीज एक्सप्लेन कर दो ये चीज.
Okay, so we have to cover costs.
ठीक है.
मतलब हमारा रेंट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी,
हाँ.
स्टाफ, ये वो तो वो सब ऐड
और उसमें
होके
वो
प्लस
why is sushi so expensive? I don't know. I suddenly have a lot of questions. Why is sushi so expensive?
so the rice, okay, this
4 sushi के pieces होते हैं.
listen,
ऐसे करके वो sauce
sushi is
रहता है.
expensive. सच में it's expensive because उसकी nuri sheets are expensive. उसकी sushi is expensive. So sushi can't be made पहले से and kept. उसको सब फ्रेश बनाना होता है. You can't do that because वो फट जाता है, वो खराब हो जाता है, स्मेल बहुत जल्दी आता है. Especially with anything with like raw fish, all of that is imported. Like salmon, tuna, yellowtail, all of this is imported. So that is why sushi is really expensive. Veg वाला तो मतलब is still okay, but तब भी because fresh बनता है, so people charge a lot for it.
Are you a vegetarian?
Yes.
So do you also get कि veg food क्या होता है, बकवास होता है?
No, I don't
Veg
think.
biryani is not biryani,
Yeah,
it's pulao.
वो तो सबको मिलता है.
हाँ.
वो तो मतलब कोई रोक नहीं सकता ये सब. But I cook non-veg. Okay.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. My husband's a non-vegetarian, so I cook non-veg. हमारे
Okay.
घर पे like हम लोग के घर पे दो like एक segregation है.
2 kitchen है.
2 किचन नहीं है, एक ही किचन में हम लोग ने एक सेग्रीगेशन किया जहाँ पे वेज फूड एक दूसरे स्टोव पे बनता है, नॉन वेज फूड एक दूसरे स्टोव पे बनता है, और हम लोग का लाइक वॉशिंग भी अलग है एंड एवरीथिंग बिकॉज आई एम वेरी पर्टिकुलर. तो जिस भी रेस्टोरेंट्स में हम जाके खाना बनाता है एंड स्टफ,
Well done. हाँ.
वहाँ इट्स लाइक आई मेक श्योर कि दिस नॉट इट्स वी डोंट यूज द सेम थिंग्स फॉर वेज एंड नॉन वेज बिकॉज I always think that agar my daddy had to come and eat here, she would never, know.
True.
So I sort of had that segregation. However, I cook everything. I just don't taste. I don't eat. Yeah. But now, because veganism has become such a big thing and I'm so happy for it, I think आजकल ये questions और आते नहीं हैं जहाँ पे नहीं आते नहीं हैं.
आता नहीं है.
हाँ आता नहीं है, but हाँ नहीं आते because people are getting used to the fact that veganism is becoming a thing and they do want to get conscious about this whole thing of vegetarianism or veganism.
Right. Interesting. I think बहुत मतलब I know a lot of people who have like separate kitchens or people are very particular about their eating habits कि नहीं यहीं खाना है. Even if they serve like they have separate kitchens for veg and non-veg,
Yeah.
a lot of people want only pure veg restaurants.
Yeah. A lot
So
of
they're
people.
very, very particular about.
And you know what? I'm like really surprised because even kids in this generation, like I've just met some people who are like 15, 16 years old. They're also creators from Calcutta, and they're like, हम लोग नहीं जाते, like we don't go to any other restaurant जहाँ पे non-veg मिलता है. I was like, really? Like
Wow.
I can't even imagine them doing that.
Because we used to go.
Yeah,
I still go.
Yeah,
we still go.
Yeah, and I always will also.
Yeah, I'm sure.
मेरे को ऐसा कुछ है नहीं because even though I know कि वो वहाँ कैसे बनता है and क्या बनता है, it's like ठीक है हम लोग खा नहीं रहे तो it's all right.
हाँ, fair.
Yeah.
Interesting. मेरे को कुछ like share some stories from the kitchen. Any weird or funny story that you might have.
Weird or funny stories.
Maybe you cooked something, it spilled over, or maybe you cooked something for somebody didn't like it. I'm sure ऐसा नहीं होता होगा because you're a whatever, a brilliant, very suave.
Thanks.
But I can't tell because I've not tasted.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Just saying.
I'm sad that you haven't been to Paris Café also. Not even one of them. We had one in Sector 5 also.
I've been to Paris Cafe.
You have?
Yeah.
So there you go, you tasted it.
ठीक है चलो, well done. What a twist.
No, but I'll make something for you for sure soon.
ठीक है. फिर?
Funny episodes.
हाँ, कोई भी funny, कोई भी interesting story that you might have.
Let me think. Oh yeah, so I when I was working at Hyatt, like interesting नहीं है, funny भी नहीं है actually. I don't know why I'm telling you this story only. Let me think of something else.
ठीक है, judge करेंगे लोग और क्या. करो.
नहीं, वो judge के लिए नहीं actually it's because
बोल ही दो.
वो कोई story नहीं है. So basically when you start off in a kitchen, now you have to scrub floors and you have to do all that. So like you understand, right? Like Maru family से आके you're doing all that. First तो मतलब literally like पूरा you have to start over. So you understand you're nobody. ठीक है? Especially in another city or another country. You understand you're nobody. ठीक है? So in Paris, that was my first job. I used to like not only me, even the head chef over there, I was shocked. I was like, head chef भी ये करता है यार, मतलब उतना बड़ा हो के भी हमको यही करना होगा तो क्या point है?
साला इतना ये हम सोचा ये बनाएगा
हाँ,
बड़ा और अभी आता बनाएगा यहाँ
and अब
साला
यहाँ पे
यहाँ
scrub
साला
कर रहा
स्क्रब
है.
कर रहा है
And literally, like, I felt like that's such a great thing
Hmm.
that we in India don't get to do, because यहाँ पे इतने लोग हैं हम लोग को help करने के लिए, which I'm so grateful for. Thank
yeah
you,
yeah
God.
I'm sure
But so वहाँ पे I used to like do all of that, and then when I used to come back to Calcutta, I tell my friends, you know, कि I'm working there. Like, अच्छा, what all do you do? What's your daily thing? And I should I हो सकता है कि जाके वहाँ पे पहले scrubbing शुरू करते हैं.
पहले तो हम साफ सफाई करता है फिर हम सब्जी काटते
फिर
हैं
हाँ, exactly. फिर शेफ को देता है कि शेफ बनाए.
हाँ.
But this is how an internship is, right? Like the
Hmm.
first job that you have is something like that. Even if you're doing a desk job, you're maybe running for coffee.
I'm
Or
sure
maybe
I'm
doing,
sure I'm sure
I'm not sure, but this is how
Hmm.
I started off. So there was one time when I came to Calcutta, and by that time I'd already been like promoted to like Commie 1, Commie 2. These are like
क्या होता है levels
so there's Commie 1, Commie 2, Commie 3.
क्या what is commie
Commie is someone who helps us in the kitchen. They're like, so when you start off as a Commie 3, then you go up to Commie 2, then you like go up to Commie 1, and then you are like a CDP, DCDP. They're like a lot of other things, okay? So I was like, thoda sa upar up. I was like, ab Calcutta mein sabne karna hoga. So the sous chef of the hotel, he's a big guy. He used to be like, देखो kitchens, हाथ का kitchen, it was so clean, like you could
Hmm.
literally eat food जो like नीचे गिरा
on the
था.
floor अच्छा
Yeah.
oh okay
It was
okay.
that clean, okay? Like they used to, I mean, अभी मेरे को नहीं पता, but I'm sure they still do it. Their standards were really, really high level कि हर एक चीज को साफ करना है. So once they gave me duty to clean the freezer.
Oh.
And freezer मतलब -7, -10, -14 degrees. They had different like walk-ins and stuff. And I was like, he's joking. Okay, so he didn't, I won't say he didn't like me, but I think he was like testing me all the time. ठीक है, तो उसने मेरे को like
Freezer
freezer में
साफ
डाल
करो.
दिया, and I got, and jacket वैकेट कुछ भी नहीं, okay? Just ऐसे ही like अपना शेफ कोट पहन के freezer साफ कर. So he's like, अगर ठंड लगे तो बाहर आके वापस अंदर चली जाना. तो ये
Wow.
कौन करता है
as
यार?
if that helps
Yeah. At least in like Paris, when we used to do that, we used to get like puffer jackets and stuff, because that is something that everyone is doing. तो
I'm
तुम
sure,
मना
I'm
नहीं कर
sure,
सकते.
yeah.
Yeah. Over here, I'm like, I'm the only one doing this, and such a big freezer, like the walk-in freezer. I got locked. I thought I got locked. I was inside knocking 15 minutes. I was like, nahi ho raha, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. And the chef comes like, what are you doing? And I was like, I was locked, chef. Thank you for opening. He's like, no, you don't push, you pull.
oh wow which college did you go to again
Oh God.
Cordon what
Cordon bleu.
Cordon
But
bleu.
but listen, no, every freezer is different. Okay, so I don't think this is like such a
sure in your defense
yeah, exactly. I don't think this is such a great story, but मतलब obviously
हाँ,
बहुत
मजा
बार
नहीं आया मेरे को
I
इसमें
know कुछ ऐसा मेरे पास है ही नहीं स्टोरी में. I don't know if I remember.
मेरे को ये बताओ कि do customers have what's the weirdest complaint you've gotten from a customer maybe customer who's walked in an outlet or from the kitchen that you know कि ये क्या डाल दिया बाल है खाने में
हाँ, ये सब तो हमेशा आता है. So अभी like recently we just opened a restaurant, and it's a huge place. I'm not on anything.
क्या है नाम
नहीं
नहीं अरे
नहीं, but like these were genuine mistakes that happened कि
Hmm.
you know जब एक नया property खुलता है, it's like very difficult to sort of get it arranged, and ये वो like you know kitchen team नया होता है,
Hmm.
service team नया होता है. So I usually say कि एक महीने बाद खोलो, okay? Like एक महीने training में दो. But दुर्गा पूजा के time, you know how it is, people want to open एकदम जल्दी. So it's a great place. I honestly love the place and everything. So and we were ready with the food. So we were like ठीक है, we can do it, but service का थोड़ा iffy है. तो हम लोग ने बहुत सारे वेजिटेरियंस को नॉन वेजिटेरियन खाना खिलाया बाय मिस्टेक, बहुत सारे. एंड थैंक गॉड लाइक उन लोग खुद ही समझ गए कि ये पनीर नहीं है, चिकन है, एंड इट यूज्ड टू कम बैक. सो आई वाज रियली सैड अबाउट दैट because of the service guys. Okay, like when you say कि ये क्या है, कौन सी टेबल पे जाएगा, क्या होता है कि टेबल्स की नंबरिंग होते हैं, राइट? इन द हेड दे सपोज्ड टू रिमेंबर, वी डोंट पुट नंबर्स. तो अब वो 2 का खाना अगर 22 में लेके जाएगा, then
पनीर
that's
में चिकन चला गया
बहुत बार.
oh
So this has happened quite a
damn
bit. And Balwal, I think it's not happened with me directly, but with some of my chefs, it must have happened. This is a very common thing because no one listens. Okay, like again, like I'm saying, यहाँ पे because इतने ज्यादा लोग हैं हमको हेल्प करने के लिए, लोग थोड़ा एक ग्रांटेड में लेके चलते हैं. लाइक शेफ कैप सब कोई नहीं पहनता, इवन दो यू कीप ऑन टेलिंग देम प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज. बियर्ड सब कोई ट्रिम नहीं करके आते, नेल्स कभी कभार लोग रखते हैं. So I've come with like a new thing. I'm like, you're not allowed in the kitchen. आपका एक दिन नहीं 2 दिन का salary कटेगा if you come like this. That's the only way because like food safety is really important to me.
I think overall it makes a lot of sense also because then food F&B industry में यही होता है कि it's all about the experience, right?
For sure.
If I don't have
A good experience, you're not going to come back. You're not going to give us a second chance. Why should you also? There's so many other places you can go to.
But you're also a F&B consultant.
Yep.
So what does that mean?
So-
How do you, what kind of restaurants do you consult? What do you do?
So suppose you come to me and you say that I want to open a restaurant. I'll be like, okay, so you just need to put in the money. I'll do everything back end for you. So I help you do a kitchen layout. I'll get you staff. I train your staff. I make a menu. I give you like SOPs and how to run the kitchen. I'm like with you for the first 3 months, or if you sign a contract for 6 months, 1 year, depending on how you want to do it. So I'm just like there as a backbone to your company for as long as you wish to have me.
So how do people reach out to you? How do they know?
So now through Instagram mostly. However, Calcutta mein to people have known me and have seen my work and stuff through Paris Café. So they do reach out to me directly. And it actually started because of a friend of mine who was opening a place and he was just like, tumko hi karna hai aur koi nahi karega and stuff like that. So I just did it ऐसे ही. And then someone else found out, you know how Cal is. So किसी और को पता चला, किसी और को पता चला.
Calcutta में I think everybody knows everybody.
Everyone knows everyone.
मतलब
Especially
सिर्फ
if you're
स्कूल
hard.
कॉलेज पूछना है
Yeah.
और फिर अच्छा बॉस्को से ओ
exactly.
5 लोग ऐसे ओ
Yeah.
एमएचएस से ओ एलएमजी ओ
Exactly. So I think that's how it worked for me. But now I'm doing it for in a lot of other cities and stuff. In fact, one actually funny nahi but horrid story I'll tell you. I was working in this kitchen in Hyderabad and we were doing consulting there. So I have a rule. If your kitchen is not clean, I'm not going to enter. My team is going to be there. But they'll not call me till the kitchen is completely clean. So this guy, he wanted like a proper kitchen. ठीक है, हम लोग ये करेंगे, हम वो करेंगे. It's not about the money, Sneha. It's not about this. It's not about that. I was like, ठीक है, cool. So he called me in for a meeting. He's like, see, I want to meet you face to face, which I understand. कि Calcutta में it's easier. So I will go to another city to meet at least. So I went there and he showed me the kitchen space and stuff. I was like, listen, it's really dirty. He's like, yeah, don't worry. In 2 days, like, pura ho jayega. This, that. I was like, okay, cool. So I went, came back. I sent someone from my team. She's like, she went there the first day. They didn't let her enter the kitchen. They were like, oh, fumigation chal raha hai, ye chal raha hai, wo chal raha hai. Second day she went. They were like, listen, thoda bahut, ganda hoga. We'll clean it up. Literally, I've given them 1 month to clean up just the kitchen. We'll clean it up. ठीक है, fine. Third day she enters. She's like, okay, it's still dirty. And they're like, Abhi, don't tell Sneha anything. So she's also like, okay, fine, I won't tell her, I'd get worked up, I'll yell, this, that. Then the fourth day she calls me and says, ma'am, there are cockroaches everywhere and they're serving food today. I was like, shut up. What they did was, they were just making sure that my person is there because unlone ek party ka order le liya tha. And there were 60 people coming in to eat and they didn't let her enter the kitchen. And they were just like, the chefs were getting stuff ready and they were their chefs. I had just gone to train his team. And they were using like veg mein non-veg and like everything. Not only that, like all the chopping boards were kala because like usually chopping boards are red, white and green. They were like black, okay, because of itna like usage and stuff. And she's like, I literally put my hand on a counter. And it was so greasy that it was like, matlab sab kuch mere haath mein chipak gaya. And then she sent me videos of the cockroaches. I was like, leave now, I'm booking your ticket. We cannot. Because what happens is because of Instagram now, people sort of tell, like they'd go and tell others, okay, we're getting consulting done from Sneha, this, that. And somewhere my name, like I don't want that to happen.
Right.
So I really want to be very, very sure of which kitchen I'm entering. So this was a very disgusting story. And when I confronted him, he's like, y'all are so irresponsible. How can you even say something like that? You should have stayed and got the kitchen clean. I was like, dude, that's not my work. I'm sorry. Like, kitchen clean. He has had the kitchen for 3 months and sab jagah cockroaches the, literally.
क्यों नहीं करवा रहा वो clean?
Just, he's lazy or his people are lazy. उन लोगों को पूरा lazy बना दिया and stuff and they don't want to do it. I don't know what his excuse is. For him, it's okay. He's like, itna is fine, Sneha. Just like remove aise haath se remove. What the hell? Like cockroaches, rats and cockroaches.
No, I understand rats and cockroaches ऐसे. Wow.
Yeah, but I've never had an experience जहाँ पे अभी तक thank God please के कभी होने में
नहीं
जहाँ पे
नहीं होगा I'm sure.
rat को like fry करके like in KFC
Aye,
they've done
aye.
that. Like they had like a thing, no? Where they fried a rat and gave it to someone by mistake.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've not heard of this.
Yeah. And the guy
Oh.
ate it and he was like hospitalized and stuff like that. I hope he gets a lot of money at
Shit.
least from them.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I
सो तो
hope
करना
he
ही चाहिए
does,
उसको for
yeah.
sure. Okay, tell me something. I'm sure you've traveled quite a fair bit in terms
Yes.
of lots of cities, lot of countries.
Yeah.
Uh, name 5 cities or countries or whatever. Just list में 5 नाम होने चाहिए
Hmm.
and their best food.
Okay, Calcutta is top for me. Okay. I think Calcutta is the best food in the world.
है ना?
हाँ.
Well
Yes.
done. Well done.
And for sure, मतलब कैलकाटा का स्ट्रीट फूड कोई भी बीट नहीं कर सकता कहीं पे भी.
Yeah,
Forget
yeah.
street food, even
Delhi
restaurant
people
का
don't
food.
agree.
I don't know why.
क्या?
दिल्ली का खाना कुछ अच्छा नहीं है उतना.
नहीं, दिल्ली अच्छा है देखो.
Charts are really good.
Delhi is good, but Calcutta.
I'm just saying that.
No. I'm
Delhi's-
defending both of us.
Okay,
Come
no,
on.
I'll tell you what. Delhi street food is delicious, okay?
Hmm.
Kulcha, chana, this, that. But the restaurant ka taste now, because I'll tell you the reason also. Bengalis are very critical people. Okay? If you don't give them good food, they're gonna leave you really bad comments on Zomato. Which is
बोल
great.
देना.
Which is great. I'll tell you why. Because it actually makes someone do better. They're like,
Hmm.
अच्छा ठीक है अभी तक उस level में पहुंचा नहीं है और करो best quality use करो and नया बनाओ fresh करो ये करो वो करो. In Delhi, like I honestly feel, I don't know why, I think Jai Hind का खाना यहाँ is better than Punjab में जो वहाँ पे मैंने खाया
Jai
है.
Hind.
Yeah, Jai Hind is the best North Indian food I've ever eaten.
I took this person for dinner to
Please
Jai
tell me
Hind,
they liked it.
and I made them the traditional
Yeah.
Jai Hind food, which is
Aloo do pyaza, kali
thank you
dal.
so much,
Yeah.
and rumali roti,
Rumali roti,
butter
हाँ,
rumali,
हाँ.
जो butter, जो
Yeah,
dripping
exactly,
butter,
हाँ,
exactly that.
हाँ.
She had dal, she's like, oh, this is amazing. She
Yeah.
had rumali, she's like, oh, this is amazing. She had aloo do pyaza, and she flipped.
है ना? It's the
She's like,
best.
ये क्या caramelized onion? ऐसे कैसे क्या बना रही है?
It's the best.
And I'm like, you have no idea
I
at all.
hacked that recipe. And I
Really?
put it up on my page and people were like, I've had this in Jai Hind.
Well
Tastes
done.
exact same.
Well done. So yeah, back to the question.
Yeah.
5
so,
cities or countries
Hmm.
and their favorite food.
So, Paris. My favorite food there is butter and baguette. I can eat that anytime because that's what we were served for lunch every day with thoda sa namak. Okay. Australia, I don't know why, but like they have, okay, it's mostly all bread and butter guy, ठीक है?
नहीं तो इंडिया में आ जाओ फिर. इंडिया में आ जाओ. पांच
cities?
cities और
Okay,
उसका
fine.
favorite food.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Bangalore में I love CTR का डोसा.
Okay, I am with Rameshwaram.
Okay.
ठीक है. हाँ.
Rameshwaram is also really, really good. CTR का डोसा.
Which dosa?
बिन्ने मसाला डोसा.
Binne masala. Okay.
Too good. Okay. Calcutta's number 1 for me, but हाँ, उसका पुचका, like Jai Hind, barbecue, my favorite places.
Puchka is the best thing ever.
Yes,
Anyway.
Yes. Okay.
Long
so
debate.
2. Then third would be Bombay Vada Pav.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still yet to go to like the best places, but abhi tak jahan pe wherever I've had, it's yum. All my answers are going to be street food. Sorry.
ठीक है, of course.
Chandigarh, there's a place called Kulcha Bros. Oof. Oh God, that is something else. It's better than Amritsar mein the kulchas I've had. Huh? It's just too
So
good.
it's in Chandigarh.
Yeah, Chandigarh Kulcha Bros.
Shout out to Kulcha Bros.
Yeah, it's so good. I don't know how you do it. Apparently, they'd opened in Calcutta. It did not work. I don't know
Really?
how. Yeah, I don't know how.
Okay,
It's
and fifth
damn
would be.
good.
So you've mentioned, just to summarize, you've mentioned Calcutta, Puchka, Jai Hind, whatever.
Yeah. Everything.
Then Chandigarh is Kulcha Bros.
Yeah.
What else?
Bangalore is CTR.
CTR dosas.
Yeah.
Binne masala dosa.
Yeah.
Binne
And-
masala.
हाँ.
हाँ.
Binne masala dosa and one more I mentioned. No? 3 हुआ या 4?
3 abhi I can recall.
Oh, and Bombay ka vada pav.
Bombay vada pav.
Yeah.
And
I love
one
vada
more?
pav. And one more.
Give me like an offbeat city.
Oh, okay. So in Kashmir we had we went to Gulmarg.
Sidhu.
No, not Sidhu. We had Kaladi.
Kaladi. Okay.
It was so good. Oh my God, so good and so simple. I was really amazed by.
What's like the place where you an underrated place, but food there was fantastic. Like people talk about Bombay vada pav, Calcutta, Puchka,
Yeah.
Delhi chaps.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, okay, so Dhanbad,
हाँ.
okay, went to give a workshop, and there's this small place जहाँ पे लिट्टी चोखा बनता है. I cannot tell you, Deepak, it was so good. So what they do is, okay, उन लोग लिट्टी को सेक के ऐसे खोल देते हैं, हाँ, और फिर उन लोग घी के अंदर ऐसे खुला हुआ डालते हैं, तो जो सत्तू होता है ना, वो पूरा घी को पी लेता है, okay. and तो वो पूरा पी लिया, and then they just sort of give it to you, and ऊपर से they add more ghee. Oh, God, it literally melts in your mouth. It's so good. Like, I'll actually take another train and go and eat just that. And there's another place. So, Litti Chokha is one of my favorite places. So, यहाँ से when you go to Raniganj, ठीक है, by car, there's another small place. It's called like Balram का Litti Chokha. वो एक पीस लिट्टी इतना इतना बड़ा बनाता है. And his thing is also same. वो he doesn't do that ghee वाला trick, but ऊपर में crunch रहता है and like अंदर में it's like really nice and soft, and his ghee has that different smell, like sort of like jharna Bengali wala ghee, but not exactly like that. This ghee is very different. God.
Why did I ask you this question?
And
Now I'm
know,
hungry
like,
again.
I can understand.
I'll give you one recommendation.
Please.
If you've been to Banaras, if you've not
I
been to
haven't as yet. I really need
you
to go.
have to go to Banaras. You have to try the tomato chaat,
Oh yeah.
which is by far the best street food item I've ever had, because I
Me
used to
too.
despise Banaras.
Yeah?
Despise tomato.
Tomato.
ये क्या है यार, ये
हाँ.
तो हटा के खाने वाली चीज
I
है
know.
कि
I'm gonna
आलू
try
टिक्की
it.
से टमाटर हटा के बर्गर खाओ यार.
इससे
क्या कर रहे
मेरा
हो?
प्लान है कि I want to go to all these cities and try food everywhere, because what I do is usually मतलब वो रेसिपी घर पे बना के खाना, and it's not fair because अगर कोई घर पे पुचका बना के खाएगा वो टेस्ट ही नहीं आएगा.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I'm definitely gonna do this.
Banaras का टमाटर चाट is probably the best chaat you'll ever have.
Okay.
They have टमाटर को crushed करके there's some gravy बनता है. उसके साथ वो कुछ तो भाजी यूज करते हैं.
हाँ.
भाजी के साथ then there's a lot of masalas and उसके ऊपर they use peanuts.
Oh wow.
Peanuts डाल के और वो
This is what
और वो और वो उसमें वो धनिया और वो
wow.
नमक. अरे यार, let's
I
not
really
talk
need to
about
try
it.
it.
It is the best thing
I
ever.
really need to try it.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever. So फिर आपके साथ तो ये होता होगा कि because you make like brilliant food, do you cook every day?
I cook every day.
So do they
Almost.
still feel like going outside for a, or
No.
do they feel like going out to have normal food?
No.
Because you get fancy food
My
at home.
parents are like so critical, like it's not even funny. तो हम लोग कोई भी नए रेस्टोरेंट में जाते हैं and my dad will be like, ये तो घर पे बेटर
घर पे बन
बनता है,
जाता,
ये तो घर
ये
पे
तो
बेटर
स्नेहा बना
बनता
देती.
है. स्नेहा इतना अच्छा बनाती है, हम लोग यहाँ पे आके क्यों खा रहे हैं? And my mom be like, हाँ हाँ स्नेहा इससे बेटर बनाती है and stuff. So we only go out to those 4 restaurants जहाँ पे हम लोग हमेशा जाते हैं, because that is something that I don't want to cook at home, या फिर मेरे से इतना अच्छा नहीं बनता.
You remember the episode जहाँ पे this one food blogger had gone and recorded the entire thing for one of the street vendors in Delhi or somewhere, and the entire thing was over amplified and
Yeah.
he sort of blew up like
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
right?
Gaurav.
Gaurav,
Awesome.
I think Gaurav is his name. Gaurav Vasan या कुछ तो नाम था, now that I
Something,
remember.
I don't remember the film.
I feel these are such great things that
Yeah.
happens on social, but also the fact that that uncle and वो episode वापस
Yeah.
हुआ with some other
Yeah,
people, and that uncle got very furious
Yeah.
कि तुम लोग record मत करो, ये
हाँ.
सब क्यों कर रहे हो.
But that, you know what, in Delhi I've seen that it does happen a lot.
हाँ, दिल्ली में होता है ये ज्यादा.
So you
I've
know what
not
happened? हाँ, so I had gone for like Ahar बोल के एक वहाँ पे एक expo होता है. It's for food and everything to do with the food industry. So I was really tired. You know how expos are Pragati Maidan? It's huge. So when you're like finished after 5-6 hours, I came out and I was having a jaljeera. So I took a picture of it, and that guy came back. आपने फोटो कैसे ले ली? पूछा तो नहीं? डिलीट करो. I was like, what? Like, आपको रुपया मिल जाता है, but हम लोग को नहीं मिलता. I was like, I got so scared. Okay, and I feel really scared about all this. I'm like, sorry भैया, मैं delete कर रही हूँ. By mistake वो आ गया, ठीक है,
No,
photo
but
में.
why? डालो.
I don't know why. He yelled at me so much. I got so scared. I told my husband, like, कौन है वो, चालो. I was like, क्या चालो? And then I was like, I gave him extra rupees. Like, I think 20 रुपया का या 30 रुपया का होगा ऐसा कुछ. I gave him 100. I was like, please, I'm so sorry, please.
Yeah, because it makes no sense.
And कौन
और
ऐसे रुपया कमाता
तुम्हारा
है
ही
photo
फायदा
में?
हो रहा है.
They
तुम्हारा ही
don't, I
फायदा
don't
हो
know
रहा है.
why, but he got really angry with me. उसके बाद तो I never did it. When the whole street vendor, except Cal, because they all know me, I know them. Do you know this? Have you eaten at Chhagani's?
No.
Dude,
यार,
you need to.
people have told me so much about
So
Chhagani's.
people hate him. Okay.
Where is Chhagani's?
Chhagani's is
बड़ा
in
बाजार
Bada
में है.
Bazaar. ठीक है. Honestly speaking, he is amazing. Okay, no matter what people
कचौड़ी
say,
ही बेचता है
हाँ,
ना वो. हाँ.
गंदा है, arrogant है वो. But tell me something, ठीक है? If you go and see his videos, people are like, इतना arrogant है, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए वो. एक तो he doesn't care about that person's business, ठीक है? क्यों करेगा वो जब उसको मतलब उसके loyal customers हैं?
हाँ.
Today, no matter what you tell me about that guy, I don't care. I will still go and buy because वो
बढ़िया
जो
कचौड़ी
flavor
बना
वहाँ
रहा है.
है वो
हाँ.
कहीं नहीं है, ठीक है? People don't like him because he's arrogant and वो इतना rudely बात करता है. today when you're working, if someone comes here and starts talking to you कि दीपक ये बताओ अच्छा आपको कैसा लगता है यहाँ पे बनाना आपको, how much are you going to like it every single day? Won't you get irritated?
Yeah, of course.
मेरे को तो कोई आके किचन में बात कर ले मेरे साथ बस I'll तो beat the person up. I honestly feel like that, especially when it's like hot and you know you're sitting in one position, you're doing it. And people, so I put up like a story of him once, and they're like, "How can you go there? He's so rude." I was like, "Dude, I don't care. His food is yum. It's unhygienic." I was like, "Where do you, मतलब, what do you think hygienic है आज के दिन में?" Then to go and eat at 5 stars every day. Not saying that
Yeah, I'm
restaurants.
sure. So I think we've like discussed a fair bit of
A lot.
dal chawal bhujia and
Yes.
sauce and all that,
And Calcutta.
and Calcutta, which brings me to recommendations.
Right.
And I want to sort of ask you 5, if you were to say recommend 5 street food items for anybody who comes to Calcutta for the first time, or any 5
Right.
specialty
Huh.
Calcutta food items that
Yeah.
anybody wants to try if they come into Calcutta for the first time, what would they be?
And should I also say where?
Yeah, what and where?
Okay, fine. So first is puchkas, of course. You need to try it at my favorite joint is in Alipur. This is opposite State Bank of India. It's so good. He serves it with gugni. He serves it with aloo dum. It's yum. My second thing is anamika roll. I don't know. Have you tried it?
Not yet.
You really are.
Where
missing
is
out.
anamika
New
roll?
Alipur. Oof.
Okay.
Oof. It's just so good. So they have paneer, aloo, and of course everything non-vegetarian. But it's delicious. So I'm an vegetarian. I eat eggs. So my staple order is double egg aloo roll. It's yum. My third recommendation would be you have to try obviously mithai, rasgulla, but Nolan Gur season is the best. So my favorite would be Nolan Gur rasgulla, kacha gola, kheer kadam is my favorite even though it's so meetha. And where to try that is one is mithai, which is opposite Quest Mall, and one is Radha Raman Malik.
Of course.
Balram Malik. And fourth would be barbecue is my favorite restaurant. Have you been to barbecue?
Of course. अरे
Okay,
यार
thank God. You were looking at me ऐसे so I thought
नहीं
you
मैं
like...
सुन रहा हूँ बस this is for the audience
Okay,
मेरे को
so
तो पता है
So barbecue is the best restaurant in the world, I feel,
हाँ.
honestly. Their Indian and their Chinese is crazy good. Jai Hind or Azad Hind. Dhaba culture in
Jai
Calcutta
Hind,
is
Jai
so
Hind.
big. I don't think that it's as
हाँ.
big as it is
Anywhere, I think.
anywhere else. Haan.
Hmm.
So Jai Hind or Azad Hind, both are pretty good.
Jai Hind,
is
if you go to, please try.
Aloo
tell
do
us.
plaza,
हाँ.
kali dal or anda tadka if you're an anda person, and rumali roti with butter. And if you like non-veg, then you can try chicken tikka butter masala or keema mutton.
That is a pretty
Nice.
exhaustive list.
Yeah.
All right. Quickly, like wrapping up the entire episode because it has been a very fun episode.
Yes.
Um,
I've had so much fun too. Thank you.
very glad, but we have a question left.
Yes.
How lucrative is food Instagram content creation? And if you could just touch upon money as an F&B consultant,
Okay.
or if anybody say wants to try out this industry and be a part of the F&B space, then how lucrative could that be?
So I'll start with the first part of the question. As a content creator, I feel like, because again, I think it's become overcrowded. So unless you have something different, something hatke, and also I have a really, really strong belief, okay? I don't think that you should just get into it for the sake of it. I think that somewhere a background is necessary.
Mhm.
Of course, you can do it essay for fun.
Hmm.
But kahin pe, having a skill is necessary. So if you are actually interested in it, I would suggest कि आप ये करो, but उसके साथ भी आप कुछ मतलब सीखो, like एक diploma करो, एक course करो जहाँ पे you get to learn about food or whatever. Not only food, I think any of your other passions nowadays, like lifestyle and even makeup and like the whole fashion industry has become a big thing. So even if you learn something about it, because you always have something to fall back on. It's not like जो भी viral हो रहा है उसी का copy करो ये वो. It doesn't work that way. Maybe it does right now, but I think for the long run, it's always important to have something to, fall back on.
Right.
Only so that you gain more knowledge. That's what I
Hmm.
personally feel. Okay, so definitely you want to become a content creator, do it for sure. I think that there is a lot of money and you can sort of sustain your lifestyle with it. But like I said, have like one sort of goal where you put in a lot of effort to learn about it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah, and you can make good money out of it.
Perfect.
Now, as a F&B consultant, don't do it unless you have, like, run your own, either run your own place or been in the industry for at least 10 years, because there are questions that people will ask you, like, why is my restaurant not working right now? What is happening? They want like a financial overlay of a कि मतलब 3 महीने में मैं कितना कमाऊंगा, 1 साल में मैं कितना कमाऊंगा, when am I going to make all the money back? Definitely do it. If you I think working um, for someone is really, really important. If you haven't done it as yet, make sure to work for someone first and then sort of enter this whole consulting thing. Now, coming to like owning a restaurant, I don't think anyone should own a restaurant or cafe or any kind of like food business till they've worked at a place. And now I'll tell you why. Because when I started off, there was no competition. I was the first person in Calcutta to start a cafe. Okay. So for me at that time, it was like, no one else was doing hotel management. No one was like wanting to become a chef and stuff. Or maybe they had not done it as yet. Right now, I mean, I talk to so many people, so many girls and boys who really want to do this as a profession. So competition is crazy and everyone is studying at good colleges. But what sets you apart is how much work experience you have. If you worked at places, you know कि अगर ये केक आज खराब हो गया इसको ठीक कैसे करना है, instead of just throwing it off. That's saving even 100 rupees for you. But in the long run, it really does count. So if you're wanting to open something of your own, either know exactly how it's done or have a partner or a consultant who can sort of figure everything out for you and help you, guide you uh, as to how you should do it. And I've already mentioned the mistakes that I made. So definitely have like a sort of system that you can always rely on. And is it lucrative? Yes, but it takes a lot
A lot
of
of
time.
time. Yeah, I'm
A
sure.
lot of time.
I'm
So
sure.
it really depends on like how much you're putting in, because investments are big
Hmm.
and returns are slow.
Hmm. Awesome, awesome,
Yes.
awesome. Thank you so much, Sneha,
Thank
for
you.
being a part of the show.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks for
you.
taking your time
This is
from
such a
your
chill hour.
haldi और वो शादी के बीच वाला
Yes.
period. It really means a
Thank
lot
you
to us.
so
Thank you so
much.
much for doing this.
Thank you.
Please tell the audience इस frame में देख के
Okay.
कैसा लगा आपको पूरा experience, and tell them to subscribe to my channel, which is Deepak Pareek. Now you know my full name.
I knew
Please,
your full name. Thanks.
please tell them to subscribe to my channel.
But wait, Pareek is. I thought it was.
Pareek.
Okay, I thought
Pareek is
Pareek.
Gujarati.
Huh, right.
Pareek is Madu.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay, this was so much fun. Firstly, like this is my first podcast. I really hope
Lovely.
I did well. And please watch this and like, subscribe, share, comment, and give a lot of love to Deepak because he is doing such a fab job. And the chillar was actually really chill, and I really have no idea how the time passed. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you
Well
so
done.
much for having me.
Most welcome. Also, I will link Sneha's channels in the description. Please go check them out. I will link her Instagram, YouTube, Tinder, Bumble, everything in
Nahi
the
hai wo sab.
channel. Please check
Married.
her out. Please left swipe on her because she's taken. But yeah, that has been a very fun shoot. Thank you
Yes,
so
thank
much
you.
for
Thank
doing
you for
this.
having me.
Stay tuned for the new episode. Also, let us know in the comment section what was your favorite part or what was your favorite. Okay, tell me, where are you from? Which city are you from? And what's the best food item of your city
Yes, I'd like
in
to
the
know that too.
comments? So do that. And till then, stay tuned. We're coming up with every new episode each Friday at 6 p.m. So I'll see you next Friday. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a wrap.